begin, right? See guys, this is probably the first class that I'm conducting live, and my aim of this class is towards to get your paper cleared, right? So the aim and objective of this class is clear, that we have to make sure that those who are attempting this class, I'll be naming this as a crash course as well, right? Because I'll be conducting few classes live. I'll be naming it as a crash course. That my aim of these classes is to make sure that you guys pass this paper with a smart approach, right? Now, you all have gotten LMS access, right? I believe that you must have got LMS access, and on your LMS, what is with you? This is the planner of your LMS, right? Again, this is the planner of the LMS that you have got that's recorded for you, right? This is the planner of the LMS that you have got that's recorded for you, right? And what is it, sir? What is it exactly? Can you tell me? So see, if you go onto your LMS, you'll see this. Like there's in chapter 1 of orientation, book intro and study pattern that will take you 2 hours, past papers, drafting techniques, and old specimen solution. So what I've done, I have recorded some of the past papers that how exactly you will be drafting, right? That how exactly you will be drafting. For example, Zilber, Link, Cheapkit, Domosco, DCS, Railco, Nearby, and then there's a question named Machine Shop. These all are the questions that I have solved with my hands, right? These all are the questions that I have solved with my hand, and then the revision hours. Now, so what's that? See, I have broken down SBL in a recorded plus live, right? Because I believe if someone wants to pass this paper, they should have a tutor interaction as well, so that they can easily or particularly attempt paper with confidence, because they have got their papers checked, they have discussed their scenarios, and we will be having the discussion classes as well, right? So the estimated course hours that you have got is 100 hours, and I believe that there should be 60 revision hours. Again, guys, this is just for the recordings that you have got. Like there are 2 hours of recordings in orientation. Then there are 37 hours, in which 27 hours are particularly of the recorded past papers that I've solved, and 10 hours of your revision, right? And 10 hours of your revision. So one who has seen all these classes, what they have to do, they have to read the examiner answers. They have to read the examiner answers, so they know that what can be the extra points that we can make. And obviously, reading an examiner answer will be termed as revision, so you have to do that in 10 hours particularly. Then I have got theory lectures, theory notes, and model revisions. These are lecture hours for you. Guys, would you believe that I prefer in SBL, there is no need of theory reading. I believe if you are fluent in drafting, you just have to get the concept, like what's corporate governance, what's NED, what's that, what's those. You should be having a basic concept, and all you need in SBL is scenario handling, right? All you need in SBL is scenario handling, and that's it. So one student who has just joined the batch, they have particularly these lectures, right? Theory notes and model revisions. So obviously 11 hours of classes, then 10 hours of self-revision. Similarly, we have advanced information specimens. So what's that? Advanced information specimens. So what's that? It's basically ACCA have released some advanced information specimens. When the paper got changed, they released some mocks, right? When SBL was introduced, they released some mock in September 18, and now when the paper gets changed, they have released some mocks. So advanced information specimens. Now, so what's the name of this? The name of theirs are YX Marine and PSS, right? YX Marine and PSS. So it's 7.29 hours, right? And then revision hours are 10. Obviously, you'll be reading the examiner answers of that. So the course will be done by 100 hours of lectures and 60 hours of revisions that needs to be done by yours, right? And then we have pre-seen material. This pre-seen material is just to give you an idea that what pre-seen offers, right? If you want to cover it, it's fine. If you're skipping it, it's also fine, because that belongs to the previous pre-seen, right? That's not your pre-seen. It's the previous pre-seen. If you want it, you can have a class of it. Otherwise, you can obviously skip it. And apart from that, I have covered some old exams as well, like co-fold construction. I have solved with you, highlights, smartware. I've solved all these past papers with you. And then some of the other past papers that I'm making just dulls TT for you, so that you have in this section in your LMS as well. And again, you will be getting 10 revision hours. Then we have some articles, and then we have some exam answers, that how I check. I have uploaded a class that how exactly I check the exam and answer, what criteria I see, what things I see, and then I give the marks to it, right? So now, sir, then there are certain lectures of P1 and P3 questions, but that's toward last. If you want to attempt, you can. Otherwise, you can skip it as well. Now, see, this is the complete course breakup, right? This is the complete course breakup, which an ideal student has to do. Like, it's 100 hours, and let's say you have 50 days from now to this exam. So you have to give 2 hours daily to SBL to cover the lectures. And obviously, lecture coverage wouldn't get you past. You need other things as well. So you need a revision planner as well, right? So if you're giving 100 hours daily for the lecture coverage, you have to, 100 hours in 50 days. So you have to give 60 hours in 50 days for revision as well, in which daily requirement is 1.2 hours. And these 1.2 hours are your self revision. So the total time required to cover the complete course in 50 days is 3.2 hours, right? Total time required to cover the course in 50 days is 3.2 hours. Now, guys, the problem is that if you have started today, you do not have 50 days. Or you might have started early, so you have 70 days, 80 days. So you have to plan this accordingly with respect to your situation, right? With respect to your situation. Now, let me give you some examples. Let me give you some examples that there are certain students, those who have given 70, 80 days, yet they do not pass the paper. And then there are certain students, those who are good in drafting, those who have plenty of experience in the SBL is what? It's your working environment, right? These are the questions that reflect to your working environment. There are certain things you will see in the question that reflects that you have been actually in those situations, right? You have actually in those situations. So what this paper requires is, there are certain students, they just solve 2-3 papers, right? They just solve 2-3 papers and still they pass this complete paper. So there is totally a technique to do this, and that technique can be adopted by having these classes or this planner or your self planner, which you think that you should be having. Right? So, sir, what from today you are offering us? Huh? So, sir, what from today you are offering us? Can you tell me? I'll be taking the questions as well. See, first thing is, I need to give you a course planner, which I've shared with you. And this is the detail of it as well, right? This is complete LMS picture here. So this is with you, right? Then we have crash course discussion. Now, this is the discussion that I need to have with you, because plenty of students in this batch are like that they just have started now. They just want that. So from today, what we should be doing, right? From today, what we should be doing, how do we should do this SBL, how many scripts do we particularly solve, and I have shared 2 books with you, right? So what to be done with those 2 books are? What to be done with those 2 books? So guys, the thing that I need to do with you is this crash thing, right? because you have got the complete planner. Now it's up to you. You are seeing those classes, you're taking help from those classes, totally up to you. What I want from you in this crash orientation is, it's simple, that focus on the pass approach, right? So what is the pass approach? See, I don't know how well you guys are drafting, right? I don't know that how well you are drafting. I don't know that. Couple of students have sent me some scripts and I have reverted back. If there is any script left, you can send me and I'll be checking it. The thing is that you have to, from today onwards, what's the date today? It's 9th November. You have to focus particularly on the past papers. How, sir? How? See, either you can take these classes. Like Zilber is a past paper, Ling is a past paper, Cheap Kit, Domosco, DCS, Railco, Nehbai. These are the past papers, right? Or you should be doing the recent past papers that ACCA has released. Now, the aim of this crash course is solving those new past papers. Now, totally aim of this is that, right? What's the two new past papers that ACCA has released? And they are based on pre-seen as well, right? There are certain past papers, very less past papers, those are based on pre-seen thing. So these past papers, Corget's and PVS, right? These are the real exam. And based on pre-seen as well. So my aim of these classes that I'll be conducting, and I'll be conducting regular classes, right? Not just 1, 2, 3 or that, right? I'll be conducting regular classes. I'll be solving this exam. We'll be reading in front of you and then PVS with you. And then we'll arrive on pre-seen. The pre-seen release date is right? I'll be seeing it's probably 17 or 18 November, or might be a late delay, right? And similarly, if you're going for March attempt, so the pre-seen release date is 17 or 18 February. And similarly, you can accordingly adjust your dates here, right? So 17, 18 November. So if we have done these two questions, right? If we have done these two questions in time, so after that, if we have done these two questions in time, so after that, if the pre-seen is released, then my entire focus for all the students, those who are taking recordings or taking the live class, my all focus will be on pre-seen. So what you offer in pre-seen, can you tell me? So what you offer in pre-seen, it's simple. What I offer in pre-seen, it's really simple, that I do complete analysis of pre-seen, right? I do complete analysis of pre-seen, okay? After that, I make 2 mocks, right? I make 2 mocks based on pre-seen. I take 2 mocks based on pre-seen. Then 1 mock is completely solved by me, right? 1 mock is completely solved by me, whereas 1 is attempted by students. 1 is attempted by students and I mark it. 1 is attempted by students and I mark it. Okay. So complete analysis of pre-seen, make 2 mocks I'll be making. 1 mock is completely solved by me, whereas 1 is attempted by students and I make it. So now guys, decision is yours, like which approach you want. Since you have, if you're going for December, you have 30-40 days approx or less than that. So until and unless the pre-seen is not released, you can either attempt these papers, Corjets, PVS. In my live classes, I'll be solving these 2 questions with you. And then once the pre-seen is released, our entire focus will be on this pre-seen. I won't be suggesting any of the students to attempt these papers or to see these classes. because these classes are to be covered before the pre-scene is released. Because once your pre-scene is available, then what else you want? Your entire focus should be on detailing that pre-scene. Your entire focus should be on getting a correct idea of that pre-scene. Then the mocks that I've shared with you based on that industry, in the previous attempt, we got the cab industry, right? Uber, Kareem, these type of industry. You can see on my YouTube channel, I've uploaded the complete classes that I took there. So you can see that. But once your pre-scene is available, then what else to look for? You have to practice. Like for example, if we have got this time hotel industry or the service industry, right? If we have got this time the hotel industry, so what would be the good thing? What you say? What will be the good thing? The good thing will be that focus on the pre-scene, do these factors. But if there is any question that's based on the hotel industry, try to attempt that as well. Just like highlight. This was a question that was based in hotel industry. So why you are not attempting that? You should be attempting that as well. You should be attempting that as well. Did you guys understood my point? You don't have to unmute yourself. You just have to write on the chat box. I'll be seeing the questions as well. So till now, the time we have, we'll be attempting Corgets and PVS. Overall summary of thing is, if you guys feel you have enough time, see all these classes. These are for you. I have not made for me, obviously, right? These are just for you. But if you think the time is running short, so you can select your questions till the pre-scene is available. Just like I have selected for this attempt, I'll be solving these two questions. Why? Because these are the two most recent questions. These are the two most recent questions given by examiner. So I'll be attempting this live with you. But you see, that's yeah, we can do these two questions with you, and we can attempt these three as well. Co-fold, highlight, smartware till now, since you guys think that you have time, so you can do it. But again, guys, I'll be highlighting the importance that if pre-scene is released, then try to focus more, try to find out questions more. In my pre-scene analysis, I'll give you a guess as well. That's what exactly or what can be tested. So you will get an idea. But again, then going on these lectures, you know the industry which is going to come is not good. Before that, it's fine, you can do it. But if it's that your industry has been given to you, then there is no need of it, right? Any questions if you have, you can come on the chat box. Great. So guys, this was particularly the discussion on this planner. I hope there is no question